What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me before I get into the gym. And I want to ask you guys real quick about what you think of the mic audio. I changed mics again. I was using the DJI mic mini before, and I did like the audio, but I didn't love it. I liked it, it was good, but I didn't love it. So I've upgraded to the mic 2, and it's supposed to be better across the board. It certainly cost way more. It cost twice as much as that mic mini set that I got. So trying to provide you guys with better audio capture. Let me know what you guys think about that. Now, let's get into the topic at hand, man. Sisters, I love you. I know y'all think that I can be critical of y'all at times, and I can be, but it's from a place of love. It's not out of hate at all. Some of y'all ways, the way y'all be moving, it be suboptimal as hell. And as a black man who cares about your well-being, I feel like I am obligated to point out when I see something wrong rather than just be quiet. Because if you're doing stuff that ain't right and I don't say anything about it, then I'm just being fake. So I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. If I say something about it, I'm a hater. If I don't say nothing about it, I'm being fake. So I'm choosing to say something and just risk being called a hater rather than not say nothing and be called fake. I'd rather risk being called a hater than be called fake. So let's get into this topic, man. Sister was like, ugly dudes. And this was a real complaint, man. This is why I'm making this video. She was like, ugly dudes are not paying for dates anymore. What a complaint to have, man. This is amusing on multiple levels. A shout out to my guys out there that know they not the most attractive, that's out there trying to date, that decided they just not gonna be used for dinner dates anymore. But listen, this just goes to show you, there are women who will simply entertain you for whatever benefit you can provide them. I mean, I think every guy should know this already, but there's a few dudes out there, mostly simps, that are just in this denial about this, and I don't understand how you can be. When you got women flat out saying, a man got to do this, a man got to do that in order to just date me, how does a man turn around and deny that there are women who will only deal with them for an opportunity behind them saying these things? But nonetheless, the sister was dead ass serious complaining about this, and this is one of the things that amuse me. You can always count on sisters to keep it a buck about certain stuff, and this was no different. She was keeping it all the way real. She was saying different ugly dudes before. All right, she would entertain different ones, take her out to the movies, take her out to dinner, just kind of occupy her schedule while the guy she actually wants to deal with, becomes available or whatever. And she not able to take advantage of those same guys anymore. Again, listen, certain people only gonna fall for certain game for so long before they gonna kind of wake up. When you got women in videos every day talking about how they be duping dudes, when it's coming right out of your mouth, you saying the way you be duping dudes, you can't expect them not to learn something from it and then apply it. And that's why we're here. But these are things that I've been saying, and I would get pushback primarily from women, but there would be some dudes too. I would get pushback saying that what I was talking about wasn't true, when they would know it is true. So now that you got women flat out admitting, oh yes, it's true, what say y'all now? Guys, there are women that will only deal with you for what they can get out of you. They're not gonna let you smash. They never are. You can send as many grand rising, corny text messages as you want. You can do all that. Good night, beautiful, good night, queen. You can do all of that stuff. It's not going to do you any good. Bottom line is, the guy who she actually likes, the guy who she letting smash, the guy who she's waiting for a text from, don't say any of that stuff. And he got her hook, line, and sinker. You don't have to do that stuff. If a woman really likes you, you don't have to do all of this corny stuff. This is what I was trying to tell y'all before about the coffee date thing. When women are into you, when there's high attraction there, you ain't got to do all of that. She was talking about how some dudes, or at least one of them that she was talking to, was like, why should I have to pay for something that another man is getting for free? She really didn't like that. Man, she didn't like that. But it's the truth. And this also goes back to the coffee date video that I made. You will be out there doing all this stuff for her, right? You'll be spending all your hard-earned coin on her. And she has no intention on letting you fuck at all. All right? No intention of it. She knows she ain't gonna do it. You know she ain't gonna do it, but you trying so damn hard. Maybe, just maybe, you could change her mind. And ultimately, it never works out. You end up being a simp forever until you finally get frustrated to the point to where you're like, oh, you're just using me, this and that. Yeah, she was just using you, but you should have saw the game already. In many cases, y'all be having dudes like myself in real life that are telling you, dog, you getting played, and y'all don't want to hear it. So if you have friends that are trying to tell you what time it is, and you are just being so stubborn that no, she's not like that, no, she's different, she's so special, she's unique, and then she play you like everybody else, whose fault is this really? You know, you had, as I said before, you had all the answers to the test and you still failed. You know, so again, when women really like you, you don't have to do all of this stuff. That's why the dude was like, why should I have to pay for something that another man is getting for free? The other dude is getting it for free because she like him. While you out there buying meals and giving her flowers and all the rest of that stuff, she texting him while y'all out, giving him a approximate time that you're going to drop her off. Don't think this don't happen, man. Some of y'all are way too naive when it comes to this dating game. That's why y'all be getting screwed over the way that y'all do. Because y'all be wanting to think that women are sugar and spice and everything nice. Whatever simp BS that your mom probably told you and you didn't have your dad around, I would take it if you're believing this sort of nonsense. You can always tell guys that had a father figure around and guys that didn't, because all this bullshit, sweetness and light, sugar and spice shit, guys that had a father around don't subscribe to it because they had a man in their life telling them, no, that's not the game. Oftentimes single moms, and this isn't intentional, but single moms will raise a boy to be the very sucker that women are going to take advantage of later on in their life. It's unfortunate, but that's what happens. This is why it's so important that men have a male figure while they're growing up. Boys need their father. If you can't get them their father, some sort of positive male figure. That's getting harder to do nowadays, though, because more and more and more dudes is opting out of dating single moms. So single moms out there, I mean, I don't know. Y'all will still always have some dude that's willing to jump in the sack with you, but in terms of finding dudes that's willing to stick around and help you raise your kids, those are becoming far and few in between. I'm not saying that being disrespectful. I'm just saying from what I've been observing. All this red pill content and stuff that dudes are starting to listen to, it's taken. All right, at first it was like slow motion, but now it's really, really taken. The single moms, in terms of popularity and desirability, have went down significantly. So it just is what it is. But shout out to my ugly fellas out there. Not everybody can be an Adonis, but every man can have self-respect and dignity. You know, so you may not be the best looker out there, but you can have self-respect and dignity for yourself. Don't allow yourself to be exploited and used just because a woman thinks you're not as attractive as the other guy she likes. So I'm gonna leave it there. I hope that lands for whoever needed to hear it. Hit me with that like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. Peace.